she'd be having these contractions, and then she'd be like,
oh, I was in so much pain.
and I was like, that's exactly how you look.
Oh, whatever.
And then it'd be like 10 seconds will go by, and then I'm like, uh-oh. And then you see it, she's like, I was like, how long we gotta do this?
Hold up.
Woo! It feels like forever.
Right?
What's up, Esquire?
Squally! We can't be too loud.
Our baby's sleeping. Oh my god.
She's so cute.
Guys, we have a baby.
Yes, it's so surreal, man. Like, I don't know. I can't get over it. It's the most amazing feeling
Yeah.
ever.
And she's so precious. Like, it's crazy.
She looks like her mom, but she thinks she looks like me. I don't know.
I think she looks like him. But as you can tell from the title, today we're going to go over our labor and delivery story. We're more so going to go over his perspective on it. So daddy's take on labor and delivery. I don't know, gotta title it something cool. But if you guys want to hear how I experience labor and delivery, you're gonna have to go to my channel, Leesa Unique, for that. All of that's gonna be in the description below.
I can't wait to hear that one. I cannot wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell my side of the story, so this is your side of the story, and then we're gonna actually show what footage we captured and pictures of our very, very personal, intimate labor and delivery on the day that our precious daughter was born. So you're ready, baby?
All right. Can we get a let's get to it, even though that's your thing?
No, that's my thing.
So what? I'm about to talk. You should give me a let's get to it. Anyway, where do I start, man? Like,
so from the time that my water broke,
all right,
let's go from there.
So 4:30 in the morning, she wakes up, and typically, like when she wakes up, goes to the bathroom, I'm always like, "Hey, babe, you okay? You okay?"
By
And
the way,
she's
I'm
like,
really excited to hear like his take on things. Like we spoke about it a little bit, but it's gonna be a little bit different to like really hear. Okay, so 4:30 in the morning. Sorry, I wake up and what?
And then, like I said, typically, before I was interrupted, typically, you know, she gets up, she goes to the bathroom a million times a night, and I'm always like, "Hey, babe, are you okay? Do you need anything?" Da 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 da. This time, like, she rolls over and she goes, "I think my water just broke." And in my head, I'm like, okay, I know I want this to happen, but like, am I at the point where now I'm just like dreaming it? Because like the day before, or not even, it was what?
It was the same day, the same. So it was
like
on a
13,
Friday.
14 hours before.
Yeah, on a
At
Friday.
the doctor, like we didn't even think we were close.
Yeah,
Right,
we had
were
an
there.
appointment and they actually did a cervical check to see like where I was at, and what they gave me was like, I was like half a centimeter dilated. You know that you have to be 10 centimeters dilated to give birth. And then my cervix, it was softening, but it wasn't like good enough yet. So I was kind of sad. But anyway, that was the same day.
Yeah, like we left the hospital, she was looking so defeated, y'all. When I say defeated, she was just like, "I'm gonna go over. This girl better not come at 41 weeks." Da da da. I'm like, and in my head, I'm like, shoot, I hope so too. Like, I don't want you to go over, but but anyway, you know, 4:30 in the morning, she rolls over, says her water breaks, and like I said, I'm just like, oh snap, like, okay, this is like really happening.
Yeah, like was you like in a deep sleep or what?
No, because you had like, I wasn't able to really get into deep sleep. Like anytime you would get up, like I was always like
jumping.
Yeah, not necessarily just because like I was expecting your water to break, but I was just so like, you know, just okay, what does she need? Because I know how uncomfortable she was, you know, so like especially getting towards the end. So I just want to make sure she, like, if there was something I could do that I was gonna make her feel comfortable, I would do it. But that was like, I don't know. It was so crazy. Like I said, I thought I was bugging out. I thought I was hearing stuff. And she said it so casually too. She was like, "Oh, I think my water just broke," which is cool because like, I mean, her calm kind of enhanced my calm. So I was like, okay, cool. I think I jumped out of bed though. Pretty quickly. I feel like I jumped out of bed really quickly, like just ready to do whatever she needed me to do in that moment. But like, I think even then, like you weren't like 100% sure.
No, I was 100% sure.
Really?
Are you kidding me?
It seemed like you were like, because you said I think, So I think you like took a second to maybe like feel around or
No,
check.
I didn't say I think my water broke. What I said was I think it worked.
Oh, right.
Right.
Right,
Okay.
right. I don't know if you wanted to share that on here.
Yeah, I mean it's part of like how you think the baby got here.
Right. So, okay. Cool. So we're telling the whole story.
Gotta make sure our baby's okay.
Yeah. We can see it.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
So, you know, like that night we came back from the hospital, we took a walk, walked down like, I don't know, 6-7 blocks and then back to the house. And then, you know, at whatever time at night, it was what, maybe midnight, 12:30. We decided to hop on the good foot, do the bad thing. You know, I'm trying to be PG because little kids see this.
Bad thing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So, yeah,
how
because
babies get here.
That basically is supposed to like speed up the process. Like, not speed up, it's supposed to put you into labor technically, and it did.
So yes. So retract my last statement. She rolled over and said, I think it worked.
Yes, that's what I said.
So, crazy. Kind of, it was so wild that like it happened that way too. Like,
Yeah.
We went from point A to water breaking like in just a matter of hours. And then, you know, like her first contraction came on and she was just like, oh yeah, like it feels like cramps. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Mind you, I'm thinking contractions at this point was so early in, like they're gonna be, I don't know, 20 minutes apart, 15, 10 minutes. Nah, it was like I was timing them. There was like no contraction greater than 5 minutes apart.
Yeah.
So the first one, she was like, oh, it feels like, you know, like menstrual cramps. And I was like, oh, you can handle that. The next one, a little bit more intense, but she was still okay. The third one, I've never seen her in so much pain.
It was so painful.
It was crazy.
So
and
painful.
like,
But what were you thinking? Like,
I was like,
while I was going through it.
I'm like, I don't even know. I was so like, what do I do? That was like the only thing. I had to be though.
Yeah.
I feel like you needed me to be calm in that situation. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. But I was like, what is happening? Because, you know, typically you think everything's going to take a little bit longer than it did at that point. And she's like, no, I need the epidural now. Right now.
I was so quick with it.
It's been like, we've been at this maybe 15 minutes. And she's just like, I need the epidural. So, and I know my wife, she's got like the highest pain threshold. So for her to get to that point that fast, I was like, she's got to be in a crazy amount of pain. And now I'm like, okay. So I was like, okay, babe, like, what do you need? What do you need? And it was great that your stepmom was like here and was kind of able to spring into action too, because
I felt like everybody was like super calm, actually.
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Mm-hmm. Because even your father, like, when he's like, what's going on? And I was like, Delisa's water broke. He goes, what? He's like, Delisa's water broke. And he goes, oh, okay. And then I hops out of the bed. He just like threw the cover off.
And then
it was so like, and then just got up. Started like
doing stuff
around the kitchen. Yeah.
I can't.
But, you know, like, I didn't, as far as I was concerned, I had never seen it before. I was kind of like, okay, well, you know, we were trying to time contractions. She was in a ton of pain. We didn't really know what to do. She wanted to go to the hospital, but was like still concerned that it was too early. We didn't want it to get sent back. Then her stepmom goes, hey, maybe you should hop in the shower. Great. She hops in a warm shower. And I don't know, at first I thought it was helping. Mm-hmm. And then like as the shower went on, you can see her get worse. So right now in my head, if you can see what was going on in my head, it was just like, I can't even describe it. It was like, we need to go to the hospital. Like, I was so like, we need to leave right now, but I didn't want her to panic and be like, yo, let's go. Because I just felt like that wouldn't have helped the situation.
Every time that I wanted to go to the hospital, I was telling him to tell my stepmom, and she's like, oh, just wait a little while longer. And I was going crazy. I was like, oh, it was so painful. But I feel like everybody was just so calm. Like, you was so calm. And I didn't even, the thing is too, I wasn't looking anybody in their face. I was in so much pain that I just didn't want to like have eye contact with anybody. So I couldn't really tell, but just by his mannerisms, he just seemed so calm, whatever. So let's fast forward to, I guess, us getting in the car and getting to the hospital and like just like your thoughts on like how everything went. Like, what were you thinking? How did you feel?
I mean, so getting to the hospital was a relief because at least I know she wanted to be there. So I was feeling a little bit more calm in that respect. But
was you scared driving there?
No, I wasn't scared driving there. I just wanted to get there. Because like it sucks. Like you gotta watch your wife be in so much pain, and guys that have been there, like you all know that there's but so much you can do. Rub her leg, tell her she's gonna be okay. Like just try to positive messages. I was trying all of it, and I don't know how well it was going, how well it was being taken, but I mean she kept it together, so that kind of helped me keep it together. But we got to the hospital, like I said, I was really relieved, but the contractions got worse. So I was like, oh my God, like, what are we gonna do? Because I felt like there was...
think that you can have the worst, and then it gets worse.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
Because like, what was I doing? I was like, hey babe, do you want some more water? And the craziest thing is like, you're trying to be helpful, but you don't want to piss her off. Like that was like my biggest fear. I was like, I don't want to ask anything because she might take it not the wrong way, but just like she just might not be in the mood for it.
You was asking
and then right. So, but I mean, I had to ask, and she was getting so mad. So like got to the point where I was like, I had to like time my questions
because he would ask me like while I'm having a contraction, and like you can't really talk because you're trying to mentally focus on like not dying. So he's talking to me and I'm just like, I'm not answering him, and then he'll say it again and I'm like, I need you to wait until
you
the
can't
contraction
see
is
like
over.
From the outside in, you can't see the contraction. She just looked like she was in a permanent state of pain. Like she looked like she had from 4:30 in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon. 1:30 to 1:30 in the afternoon. She looked like she was having one really long contraction. Like if you saw how tight her stomach looked. So I'm like, well, I gotta ask the question.
No, I was going crazy. I'm like, you just need to wait until it's done. Like, just please. If I don't answer you, just wait. Anyway, go ahead.
And then where were we before that? Oh, just in the room. Oh my gosh. So we got to intake. We were at intake. We're waiting for a room, and she's not in the mood to hear anything else but we're gonna get you in the room because they couldn't give her an epidural until, mind you, I keep leaving the room. She's like, where's this nurse? Where's the room? Why isn't the room ready? I want the epidural. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, I've got to I would leave the room and try to get an answer. And you know how frustrating it was to not get an answer? Because then I got to go back and tell her that there's been nothing that's changed. No new developments.
It was so
She
bad.
was so frustrated. So frustrated. So I'm like they were like, okay, well, we'll come in, we'll give her an IV. I was like, great, just do it. Just do something to show her that we're moving in the right direction. They're like, yeah, there's no rooms available yet. Just hold on. They're cleaning the rooms. We'll get you in there in a couple. Once you get in there, then we'll give you an epidural. But they didn't want that first. When you got there, they didn't even want to give it to you.
Yeah.
Right? They were like, it's probably not going to happen right away. Yo, pissed. It was like draining for me because I was like, I know how disappointed she is to hear that. And she was like, not taking no for an answer. She'd be like we can't give you one now. She's like, no.
Every minute.
She's like, no, you have to. You have to give me one.
I was dying. I was literally dying. And then you guys put me in the shower at some point.
Yes, exactly. So we tried another warm shower, and this one was
in the hospital.
In the hospital. This one was way worse. Way worse. We're in this small bathroom. The shower's hot as hell. It's steaming. I'm hot. She's uncomfortable. I'm like, I'm never gonna say that I'm uncomfortable, but I've got like a bottle of water. She's sitting there, poor thing. If you saw this scene, it was the most uncomfortable thing I think I've ever seen a person endure. Just sitting in the tub. I don't know. I feel like for you until we got to labor, it might have been the worst part. I think. At least it looked like that to me.
Actually, I feel like the shower helped a little bit. It was like we was walking up before I got in the shower. We was like walking up and down the hallway, and hospitals are a little bit cold, and I feel like the cold kind of triggered the contractions to be it just felt more painful for some reason. So like because for women, like when we have cramps like on our period, we wear hot packs and stuff, and it kind of like helps ease the pain a little bit. So the hot shower was helping, but at that point, like contractions, they keep increasing, like the pain level, like it keeps increasing. So the pain level was increasing, but while the heat was like trying to help decrease the pain, it's you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like it was like increasing and decreasing at the same time. That.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha. Y'all got that? I got it. Because I was there. But.
And then at one point, you gotta tell them that at one point you were so sad.
Yeah, well, I was gonna get to that. It was when was it? I think it was really when
I was in the shower.
Well, yeah, it was when you were in the shower. It was a couple points where I was like, I really struggled. The shower was one, and then I think right before you got the epidural was the second. But it's really difficult to watch, like I said before, to watch your wife go through that, because there's nothing you can do. There was no like, all right, babe, like tag me and I got it from here type thing. So like I would leave the room sometimes and be damn near in tears, because you can't do anything. It's the most powerless feeling ever to watch somebody you love have to go through that much pain, and there's nothing you can do to alleviate it, take it off their hands. But in that, it's like also one of the bravest things I've ever seen, because you know how, like, for her to be in that much pain, for her to complain about it, and I know my wife, like I know what she can take, I know what she can handle, I know what she can endure, and for her to physically sit there and feel like this was something that at times she couldn't do, or pain that she couldn't take, I was like, that was enough to like crush me. So it was, but like I said before, it's watching her be that brave. You selfishly, for me, you just say, all right, like she can do this, she's gonna do it, like she just needs me to keep it together for her. You know what I mean? So
My lipstick.
not with all that lipstick.
Yeah.
So that, like I said, I went through that a couple times.
Because my stepmom told me, she was like, Trevor had a couple tears in his eyes, and I had to tell him he was doing so good. He was doing so good though.
I was trying,
he was getting on his knees to like have me like lean on him. He was trying to rub me. He was giving me water.
Yeah.
He did really good.
I was trying, honey. I was trying to do anything, like whatever I could do, I was gonna do it.
What happened before the epidural?
Oh no! So when they made us leave the room, because like, so they got a room for her finally, and then. So
at that point, how many hours was that?
That was 1:30. So we basically it was 9 hours. 9 hours from when she rolled over and said it worked, to when she got her room and the anesthesiologist came in to give her the epidural.
Okay, so 9 hours, like okay.
Yeah.
No contractions.
So imagine. So mind you, from 4:30 a.m. the contractions were pretty close relative to, like, I feel, to what I think they should be at that point, to early labor stages, and to 1:30, and it was intense from start to finish. Well, from that point to 1:30. So we left, and same thing, like it was, mind you, watching that for 9 hours, and we left, and I got in the hallway, and in my mind I was like, this is the first time I had been away from her since she went into labor. So I mean, and then she get an epidural, I can't be there, like the idea of the epidural scares me. Like you got somebody playing around with a monstrous needle in your back, and
it's like this long.
That's
it's
crazy.
Literally so long. Yeah.
Which part of me is kind of glad I wasn't there.
Yeah, you would have probably freaked me out.
Yeah. So, but like it was hard for me to try to keep it all together, because I love this woman, and you understand what's at stake, and you I don't know. It was just
and
tough.
Then when you came back.
And then we come back, however long later, it didn't feel like a very long time, and we walk and she's like, hi.
She's like, hey guys.
Yeah. Night and day, completely different person.
What are you thinking?
So I was like,
Did you feel better?
Oh yeah, I was like, yo, this is the best thing ever. I was like, why couldn't we get her a room 4 hours ago and shoot her up real quick?
Right?
Like, honestly, say what you want about epidurals and drugs. I'm an advocate. I'm all for it.
I needed that.
Yo, there's no way. There's really no way. I don't know how she would have done it. Cause especially, but here's the thing. When you got there, when you got to the hospital, she was 3 centimeters. Mm-hmm. Right? That was what time we got there at about 8:30. So you can say they checked her at 9 o'clock. And then when they checked you before you got the epidural.
They checked me right after the epidural. Okay. So at like 2:30 p.m.
Okay, right. So 2:30 they checked her. She was 7 centimeters.
7 centimeters. That whole time I did all of that, no epidural.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's why I was in so much pain. My uterus was going hard.
Mind you, 24 hours previously, we were at the doctor and where were you?
Half a centimeter, yeah.
Half. So things were moving really quickly.
Yeah.
So at that point, we're all like, wow, like this baby might be here by dinner time.
Yeah, it was exciting.
Our baby had completely different plans.
Yeah, the thing is the epidural actually slows down your labor, so that's kind of what happened. It started slowing down a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for however long, like, I don't even know, nothing was really happening, you know, like, you know, she wasn't really dilating, so we were just kind of hanging out. We figured at that point we were in it for the long haul.
We were playing cards.
Yeah, we were just listening to music, like, we put on a diffuser. We had some like lavender oil spray in the diffuser and jazz music playing, just trying to keep her relaxed. And for the most part, it was working. Like, we had a pretty good run where like she was okay, and I was feeling pretty good. And then,
what?
She started feeling pressure. I guess that's the best way to put it.
Yeah. So they had to wind up giving me Pitocin. So they was trying to, I guess, like induce it further because I was like stagnant when it came to my uterus contracting and basically giving me more dilation. So I had Pitocin, and Pitocin, that shit was that started giving me pressure. So that was like a whole different level of pain. And
guys, I don't know what was worse, to be honest. Like, the contractions contractions pre-epidural, or I guess contractions post-Pitocin.
Yeah, because you still get contractions when you have the epidural. It's just that I wasn't feeling the pain.
She was like, man, I could do this all day.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling the same pain, but when I got the Pitocin, I started feeling pressure with the contractions. So because I guess my daughter was like descending down into my cervix.
Yeah, she was swimming through that bad boy.
Yeah, she was really trying to,
find her way.
Get
like
down
Burrow.
and get ready to come out. So every time I had a contraction, it was like this crazy intense pressure, and that started getting really bad. Like, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that was getting really bad.
And that's when I went into full coach mode, though. I think like that's when I had to put my coach's hat, and I was right next to her. Like, I wasn't moving, I wasn't sitting down. Everybody's like, Trevor, you want to sit? I was like, nope, I'm good. I was there with a bottle of water. I was hot as hell. It was hot in there.
What?
I was hot.
I don't know.
Or maybe I was just nervous because I felt like I was sweating like a pig. And she was in there like knuckles, like white knuckles, just holding on tight.
I was grabbing onto
she was
stuff.
like,
oh my god. Really? I look like that?
Yo, if you saw her faces, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, I think everybody in the room was like nervous because everybody was just like.
And every time you touched me.
No, it wasn't. But like, I was touching for a little bit, and then once they hit a point where the pressure was so intense that she was just like, don't touch me. She didn't want anybody to touch me, which kind of made me feel bad. It wasn't just me.
I don't want nobody touching me. When I'm in pain, I don't like to be touched at all.
I thought she was honestly like, we're gonna have to get to a point where this baby's gonna have to come out soon because she's gonna flip out on me or somebody in this room. But like, they kept saying like, no, like, we're not there.
Yeah.
And
what were you thinking, like, when they were saying that? Because I know my thoughts, which will be in my video. But what were you thinking every time they kept saying, like, oh, you have to wait. Oh, we have to wait for this. Oh, we have to wait for that.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, so the reason they kept saying that is because you just weren't dilated enough, and the contractions weren't close enough together. They said, right? But in my head, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like, she looks like she's just had nothing but contractions.
I don't even know if it was that. I feel like it was also the fact they were saying like she wasn't either all the way down or like I needed to feel pressure to the point that I have to push. And then I felt like I felt like I had that pressure, but
exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I'm watching her, and they're saying this, and I'm like, I don't know how you can look at her and say like that's not where we are right now, because in my head I'm like, I think she's ready to push. I couldn't foresee you being able to take even more pain than what you were already in. And I was like, y'all want this to continue? She did. She did like a champ. Like a champ. But I'm like, oh, and I was like, there's no way. There's no way. I was like, I was like, please. And I was hoping they would check her. I was like, just check. Just look down there for a second. But they don't want to check too much. But I was like, just look down there for a second and tell me that the baby's like right there. Like, feel around. Tell me you feel that pretty head that my daughter has. Because I just felt like, and just based on her look and her energy, that she couldn't. She was ready to be done with it. Like, she was like, just get the baby out now, you know. So I didn't think that there was any way this could continue too much longer. But they were adamant. They were like, no, like just hold on, and I'm like, hold on. She's been holding on for however long.
Yeah. So you felt what I was feeling. That's what I was feeling.
I was like, this gotta end, man. Like, for her sake, I was like, the baby's ready to come out. She's ready. Like, let's just go. So, you know, she was in pain, and then we got to another level of pain. This was like, I don't know, how long would you say before you got to the point where like you were ready? Did it get to like its highest level?
As far as like the pressure is concerned,
yeah,
it was when I started like they kept saying like bear down. It was like oh you can push.
I don't even know what was going on.
It wasn't really pushing. Like I didn't like I felt like I was
trying
pushing.
to just keep her up or what?
No, I was trying to really push her out. But I think the position that I was in, I wasn't able to, because remember you had to hold my legs up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That was crazy. Like,
okay.
If you saw her, like, she'd be having these contractions, and then she'd be like,
oh, I was in so much pain.
And I was like, that's exactly how you look.
Oh, whatever.
And then it'd be like 10 seconds will go by, and then I'm like, uh-oh. And then you see it, she's like, I was like, how long we gotta do this?
It's funny now.
I was like, how long we gotta do this?
It was bad. And then she came in and she was like, all right, it's time to push. And then what was you thinking?
And then I was like, oh snap, here we go. But like the way she said it, it was like, I was like, wait a minute, like how do we go from point A to point B? Like, it was like she's not ready. It was like, oh, she's not ready. Then she comes in, and the midwife comes in and checks, and she's like, all right, it's time to push. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Like, you was just saying for however long that she's not ready. How do we go from point A to point B? Like, okay, we go from, nah, you gotta keep waiting until like, all right, we're gonna push right now.
Yeah.
And I think like, I don't know, maybe I'm just imagining this, or maybe it was like my reaction, but I thought it was on you. Like, you was like, like you just heard like the best news ever. It was a split second, like there was no pain.
What, right now?
And she could be like, yes. That's kind of how it looked.
I don't know, maybe.
To me at least. That's kind of what I felt.
Was this just like a one big like movie almost in your head? Like did it just like feel like a movie?
Yes.
Like just like almost like a blur, like
oh yeah, like, absolutely. But like if you saw the room, if you saw the whole room like a movie scene.
Yeah, the room.
Yo, they had it dimly lit. We had the music. Did they cut the music?
I don't even know.
That's how locked in everybody was. We had the diffuser on. You had to see it. It definitely looked like a movie. So to answer your question, yes, I felt like I was in a movie. But yeah, so then it was like,
what did you think?
Okay,
yeah, like so when she said that, what was you thinking? Like, oh my god, yes, or oh, I'm scared.
Well, well at that point, like I mean, it was both. It was like excitement because I'm like, yes, like okay, we're getting to the end. Mm-hmm. But what they was saying was that like, it can take 30 minutes. It could take 2 hours, specifically because of the epidural. And she did not want to turn it off.
They was trying to turn my epidural off on me, yo.
And she was
what?
She was like, nope, I'm not going to do it.
What was you
I'm not going to do it.
So you didn't even say anything through that whole time that I was like, no, I don't want them to turn it off. And they kept telling me yes. You was just there. Like, what were you thinking?
Because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I want her to do what she wants to do. Like, I don't know what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. No one else in this room knows what you're feeling. Mm-hmm. If you don't want it on, if you don't want it off, leave it on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, she's not, and I don't think you needed me to speak for you in that moment. I was like, she's fine. Like, there's no one in this room that's going to change her mind. Mm-hmm. At all. So she says she wants it on. This thing's not coming. It's not going to be turned off. Okay. There's no way.
So we start pushing. And then what?
Well, so midwife is like, all right, here we go. So her stepmom's on one side, I'm on the other. We're like holding her legs up, and mind you, in my head, I'm like, I'm prepared for the long haul for the pushing. And then she pushes once, and then mind you, I didn't look over. I did not.
Oh, you wasn't looking.
I wasn't looking because I was
looking at me.
I was solely focused on her. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, in the interest of science, I wanted to look. But she needed me, like, here, you know what I'm saying? Mind you, I don't know why I'm doing this, because she wasn't even looking at me.
I wasn't looking at anything.
No, she wasn't. She wasn't. But, like, it wasn't even, speaking of the movies, here's how it wasn't like the movies. She was completely exposed. Like, everybody in the room could see everything. Yeah. All right? Left nothing to the imagination.
Did you, we wasn't holding hands, right?
No, because I was holding your legs.
Yeah. Oh, both your hands?
Yeah, because I had to hold like by your foot, and then the other hand was by like right above your knee.
Oh, okay.
So I'm holding. I've got this leg, and her stepmom's got the other leg. She pushes one time, and then what was that when your stepmom was like, "Ooh, she got a lot of hair."
So I was like, "No, I heard. I see her head, Leesa. Oh my god."
And then I was like, "What?" And and I feel like when she heard that, she was like, this baby's coming out real quick. Yo, it took 10, 15 minutes tops from when she started pushing to this baby coming out.
Like, I want to tell you guys what I was thinking in that time, but I'm going to save it for my video. But I had like a lot of things going on in my head. Because my eyes was closed, like, while all of this was happening. Yo. Like, I hear everything, and I was like seeing it. I was opening my eyes and closing it, but there was a lot of like thoughts like running through my brain at that time.
Well, the thing is though, like she wanted to keep pushing, so they had to push like twice, and they told her to stop, and she had said again, and they were like no, and you can tell she was just ready. Like, she had it in her that this baby was coming out. And how many pushes was it? Like 5?
Yeah,
5 pushes.
She was like 5 pushes.
That's crazy.
She was like, you could have done it in 2, but I had to make you wait a little bit.
It was so crazy. Like, I don't know. There was so many different emotions going on because, like I said, part of me is like, oh my god, like she's doing it. It was, and then the other part was like how impressive it was that like this was something that could have taken however long, and then she got in her head that like this was gonna be it, and this wasn't gonna take forever. So she just like, that's what I call bear down. Like, she locked in, she took a deep breath, and she pushed, and that little baby, she was like.
So at what point did you look down and see the baby?
Well, at that point, there was a point when like I can see, I was focused on her, but like I can see out the corner of my eye, I can see the baby like starting to come out. Like, head was out. Once they were like, I guess the last maybe 2 pushes, I was kind of able to see, and then that like on that last one, she just came right out, and they just put her right there, like right up. She came out, put her right on her chest.
What were you saying? You were saying stuff. Like, I heard you say stuff while...
I don't even know. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you what I was saying.
Seriously?
I swear to God. I was like that's, you black out, you just get right in the zone.
You were saying like, you was like, I see her. I feel like you were saying like, I see her. You got this, baby, or something
maybe.
like that. I'm proud. Like, you got this, and then he was like, oh, like it was something like that. Like, I felt your excitement.
I don't even know. I lost complete control of my body in the moment.
You had an excitement. Like, you had like...
I lost complete control of my body because like you know, like like I said, it was impressive. It was the most brave, heroic, incredible thing I've ever seen in like and been a part of. Like, to watch that, and not only just to watch it, but it happened to be my wife and my daughter was.
You felt
my
it.
God, yeah.
But so when she came, yeah, and then you was like, I heard you say, "Oh my God," I think you was like, "Oh my God," something
like she's
that.
here.
You
Like,
said, "Oh my God."
I did say. I'm pretty sure I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
Because I say, "Oh my God" all the time.
And then she came out,
and then she was out, and I just lost it.
yeah, I did.
I lost it.
It was waterworks. Like,
I was bawling my eyes out. I was so happy.
Yeah.
And you know, like,
I'm gonna put a picture
there.
here for you guys to see.
Yo, like, I'm sorry, like, I'm back in it. You know what I mean?
This is one picture that you guys get to see before the actual labor and delivery video picture thing I'm gonna put together after this video. So
that was
tears.
Great. Yeah, I was bawling my eyes out. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I mean, everybody knows I'm susceptible to crying.
Yeah,
I'm emotional. I wear my heart on my
Baby's
sleeve, and
emotional.
especially when it comes to my family and everything. Like, that was unbelievable. And you know, you wait all that time, you get so excited, and you prepare for this little tiny person to come into the world that's an extension of you and create out of love. And then they're finally here, and you know, like, she was on my wife's chest, and you know, she cried, and she also peed.
She peed on me. She did.
That cold air hit, and she was just like, "Whoo! I've been holding that for 39 weeks."
Yeah.
But you know, I couldn't keep it in. I was just so excited and relieved and proud of my daughter, because I mean, she was working too. Like, that was exhausting. I mean, we're not gonna compare who had a longer day, but
my baby.
But you know, proud of my daughter, proud of my wife, and it was crazy, and I was just overcome with emotion, and there's more to it in that, and I guess we can talk about that later, but you know, there's nothing like that feeling of you know, just you being there, and you've got your family, you know.
And my last question is, when you held her or saw her or both for the first time, what did you think?
That I was looking at, like, my heart beat outside of my chest, outside of my body. And you love this person. Oh boy.
You're getting emotional.
Yeah.
You're making me emotional. I see the tears coming.
You love this person, and you haven't even met them, and then you meet them.
Baby.
Yeah, and it's indescribable. Like, you think you can, you know, you're going through pregnancy, and you think you can't put a ceiling or a cap on it, and then it's like, thinking about what you love the most and the hardest in the world, and then they get there, and you can quadruple that feeling, you know. So it's a lot. It's a crazy rush of emotion, and then to see her and hear her cry, and then to hold her. I don't know. It's still pretty surreal. Like, even when I look at her now, I can't believe it, and I haven't. You know, I don't know. I've never known love that way, ever. So it's yeah.
Baby.
It's a pretty amazing thing.
I had to give him the ribs.
That's fine. It is.
That was so sweet. Well, that is it for this video.
Good, because I can't keep going on a cry.
Did you want to say anything else? No.
My wife is amazing.
Thank you.
And she's my hero.
Well, don't forget, guys, if you want to hear my side of the story and all the stuff that I went through mentally, emotionally, physically, just based off of my point of view, just, you know, check out my channel, Leesa Unique. The link will be in the description box below. It's all over this channel as well. And stay tuned, because we will be showing our very personal, intimate pictures of our labor and delivery, and just something, you know, we can look back on. It's not really just for you guys, but for us to look back on and have available whenever we want.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our channel,
Like it,
like this video,
share with your friends,
and turn our notifications on so you guys don't miss out. Let us know what you like to see, and check us out on Instagram. It's the Saints. So we will see you in our next video.
Later, y'all.
Bye.